Hey everyone, it's iMageRex, and it's bonus EXP weekend, but I am bringing you my 1 to 99 fishing guide. From levels 1 to 10, what you're gonna have to do is fish 110 shrimp from any spot around Runescape. My preferred spot is in Drainer Village because it's close to a bank. But in this situation, you're probably not going to be banking shrimp as they cost 3 gold. But for this, all you need is a small fishing net. There are other fish that you can fish at level 1, but seeing as when I first started I could only fish shrimp, this was the first method that came to mind. I don't think there's very much difference between all three. From levels 10 to 20, fish 166 sardine and herring. At first you won't be able to fish herring, but after a few levels you'll be able to. And both of them appear in the same fishing spot when you fish. What you're going to need for this is a fishing rod and fishing bait. Now the rate for fishing bait to fish is 1 to 1, so just buy 166 fishing bait and you should be okay. But I would probably recommend buying 200 as it's cheap and it's worth it to buy extra. You're going to need it later. From levels 20 to 25, fish 68 trout. Now for this, all you have to do is drop the trout, and my favorite spot to fish it at is near Lumbridge. I can actually catch salmon too, as you can probably see from the previous clips too. I've been catching other fish, that's just because of my fishing level. But when you fish here, all you really can fish is trout, because you'll be level 20 if you are. If not, who really worries? But what you're going to need for this is a fly fishing rod and feathers. Now this is a very important method that I will come back to in literally 2 sessions. From levels 25 to 30, fish 93 pike. I think it's pronounced pike, not pikey. I'm a pike. I'm not a fisherman in real life. So anyways, in the same spot, all you need is a fishing rod again and fishing bait. This is why I suggested buying more fishing bait than you would actually need for, what was the one that you were currently fishing, or previously fishing? Sardines. You should always buy more fishing bait because you're going to have to use it later. But anyways, fish it in the same spot, and in this case you can bank this type of fish because it might be worth it, but I still don't recommend it as it's a fairly decently long run to the bank from Lumbridge. The first 99 method is achieved at level 30. It's when you can first fish trout and salmon, and the total amount of fish that you need is probably around 231,000. Now if you don't like this method, you can always go on to the next other ones. After this I will be showing multiple ones, but it's pretty much the same as fishing trout, except now you get salmon as well, and all you have to do is drop it. This will total in around 35 to 40k EXP now. From levels 40 to 62, fish 3,296 lobsters. If you don't plan on keeping the lobsters, you can fish them at Musa Point in Karamaja. But if you do, because they are a decent source of cash, especially when you have 3,000 of them, you'll probably be making 400k almost. You should definitely bank in Catherby if you are a member. Now for this, all you have to do is fish in a spot that says cage and harpoon, and you just click cage, and then after you get a full inventory of lobster, run to the bank, deposit it, and then come back. Catherby is one of my favorite spots, right next against the fishing guild if I'm comparing the two, and the fishing guild is really the only other place that I recommend fishing lobsters. From levels 50 to 62, if you don't prefer fishing lobsters the whole way, you can always switch over to swordfish and tuna. You're going to need around 2,500 fish in total. Now in this case I am fishing in the fishing guild, which I will explain later in the video, but the good part about this is you can use a harpoon, which you can either equip to your arm using a barbtail harpoon, or you can use your hands if you have the required strength level. From levels 62 to 85, or 99 if you prefer, you should be able to fish monkfish. To be able to fish monkfish, you need to have completed the quest Swan Song, and Swan Song actually has very high requirements for a quest. So not a lot of people do this, but if you do, you should be able to get around 30,000 experience per hour. You catch monkfish at about the same rate that you catch lobsters, so it's very preferable to do monkfish over lobsters, and you'll be making more cash. So if you were thinking about doing Swan Song, I highly recommend it, but this is not a required aspect, and you can, on the other hand, fish lobsters or swordfish until level 85 instead. A variety of quests around Runescape also give you very good fishing equipment. A latest addition to the fishing quests is called Deadliest Catch. I encourage you guys to check it out as you journey to 99 fishing. From level 85, 6,960 cavefish are required to achieve level 90. Cavefish can be found in the living rock caverns. If you don't know how to get here, all you have to do is enter from the Dwarven Mines in Falador, and then follow the mass of people down to the fishing spots. They are located southwest. Excuse me, southwest from the rope pool and the deposit box. And trust me, it'll be very obvious. Maybe not so much for cavefish, but right next to this is a Rocktail Shoal, and there should be around 399 people in that spot alone. So for living in rock caverns, I really recommend going to world 84. If you think it's too laggy, try going to world 77 instead. Those are the two living rock cavern worlds that I know about, but I highly suggest using them as there are creatures that attack you in living rock caverns, and it's a big help when there's a mass of people that will block you. So right next to the cavefish shoal that I just showed you is the Rocktail Shoal, and you will need to fish out of that for 20,232 fish in order to get 99 fishing from 90. The XP per hour here is about 25k experience, but on the plus side of this, you will earn about 35 million GP at the date that I'm making this, which is bonus EXP weekend, September 10th, I believe. Okay, so Rocktail currently is 1,736 coins each right now. So sorry about the delay there, but I just realized something. I should really mention this. What you need to fish Rocktail is living rock minerals, which you can buy off the Grand Exchange, or you can get from mining living rock creatures around the living rock caverns themselves. While fishing in living rock caverns, I highly suggest bringing a weapon like Enhanced Excalibur that heals you in case you actually get hit by the rock creatures. And I also highly suggest bringing a fishing familiar every time you fish anywhere. And one of the best parts about rocktail fishing is that the shoal is so much larger than every other place to fish in this area that there's no way to possibly get confused, along with the 400 people that will be standing in the same spot, which is abnormal because I bet you a ton of them are botting. So anyways, good luck with 99 fishing, and from here on out I will just be explaining some extra things about fishing. The Fishing Guild is an area available to players who have reached the level 68 fishing to go and fish. There are 4 different kinds of spots in there, or 2 different kinds of spots, and 4 different ways to fish. The 2 spots are a lobster spot, cage and harpoon, lobster, swordfish, tuna, and a net and harpoon spot, which is only used for sharks because I'm not completely sure what you net out of there. To enter, you can either have 68 fishing, or you can boost up using a fishing potion for +3 fishing, or a Admiral Pie for +5 fishing. Also, there are two docks, the F dock and the H dock. The H dock is the closest one to the bank, but the F dock will always have one fishing spot for sure of the single type that you want to use, just in case. Also, I wasn't able to show it to you right now, but if a duck gets close enough to the dock, you can actually hit it with your equipped harpoon or a weapon and kill it. Familiars that you're going to want to use while getting 99 fishing are the granite crab, which gives an invisible bonus of +1 and forages for low-level fish, and the ibis, which gives a invisible fishing bonus for +3 and forages for medium-level fish, and the granite lobster that forages for high-level fish and gives a +4 invisible boost. Also, two other skills that coincide with fishing are agility and strength. Agility will give you the ability to catch more than one fish in a single grab, and strength will give you the ability to fish with your hands after you've completed barbarian training. Okay, you guys, thank you for watching my fishing guide, and if you have any questions, you can always ask me in a comment. I will leave a video to my last guide up on the screen right now, so just click that and you can go watch that. Please, I appreciate it if you tell me how you liked this video or how I did, and thank you guys very much for watching.